first album and second album back to back. Holy Diver versus The Last in Line. Holy Divers came out May 25th, 1983, and 1983. The Last in Line is July 2nd, 1984. Let me make sure I got 83 right, because for some reason, okay. I thought it was 82.
Dude, I kept going back and forth on that yesterday when I was like, okay, so this, because I'm trying to think of like production value and stuff, and I'm like, man, 83. And I'm like, wait, is 83 right? And like, I don't know why I kept doing the same thing yesterday.
Yeah. And you can, back then is when everybody, there was no computers that they did too much recording with. It was all to tape. So all these albums we've done so far are like, these are live recordings that they had to do. That's how tight bands were back then.
Join the debate, bring your own cup. Hard rockin' kings with a full plate. Heels in quads, you can't run late.
I also noted, just because I wanted to put it on there, both of these albums have the same lineup since they're back to back. We had, of course, Dio on vocals. We got Vivian Campbell on guitars, Jimmy Bain on bass, Vinny Appice, I guess is his last name, on drums. And then he's not credited for keyboards on Holy Diver, even though there are some keyboards on there. But on Last in Line, Claude Schnell.
And I think he was also the live keyboard player too.
During that time, okay,
yeah,
cool.
So the Appice, so Vinny is Dio's drummer. He goes by the pronunciation of Appice, which is the proper Italian pronunciation.
Okay.
And his brother Carmine, who is also a drummer,
Carmine Appice,
and he goes by Appice because he was the drummer for Rod Stewart. And when Rod would introduce him, he's like, how the fuck do I actually pronounce it? And he's like, let's just do Appice. It's easier.
Yeah, just say Appice.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So technically they're all acceptable.
Yeah. It just, it makes it easier on the this lineup here. I think in Vivian Campbell, I see he was Def Leppard in the 90s.
He's still Def Leppard.
He's still with Def Leppard?
He's the one. Yeah.
He's a good guitarist. It's noted a lot.
Really good.
Yeah, he's really
like he's
good.
Better in Dio than he is in Def Leppard, for sure. And not that I don't like Def Leppard. It's noted.
They have their songs. In here. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I guess I'll roll this time to start. Follow with your notes because they're better. Stand Up and Shout from Holy Diver versus We Rock from The Last in Line. They both have identical pacings. So Stand Up and
Shout and We Rock, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I had brain farted for a second. It's too early.
Oh, you're good. Stand Up and Shout has that that 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 one on the kick snare, to give it that. So driving guitar and bass, the 1 2 3 4 beat on drums. I call it that. That's not what it's called, but that reminded me of how to say it. Gives it that fast feel, makes you want to do what the song says. Overall, it's a great opener to set the feel for the album because it kind of continues with some songs like this and some songs that are almost proggy in a way. Mm-hmm. Not prog in the weird time signatures, but just they develop. All these songs seem to have some kind of development going on.
Yeah.
Sometimes the development is very similar to the songs. It's kind of a similar formula, but it works. And then We Rock. Drums keep the pace with the sustained chords, so you get that, and then during the verse, the sustained chords with the drums kind of keep going. Bass line is cool. It's got that I could hear it when I had headphones on, but it was it was just kind of playing with the guitar played during the opener or the chorus, but it was just real cool hearing it with headphones on. You could kind of hear the bass, because some of these 80s recordings from many bands, you don't really hear the bass that well.
Fucking
non-existent. Yeah. But anyways, they're very similar openers. I like them both. They're both Dio classics.
Yeah. And I listened to mine through my big speakers, but I had it turned up so loud that I could hear the fucking bass. Because
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
throbbing.
yeah.
Stand Up and Shout, very Live Wire by Motley Crue from 2 years earlier. That's the vibe I got from it.
Very much.
Vivian Campbell has some great squeals and an even better solo. Vinny Appice,
Apis.
whatever you want to call him. I'm just gonna call him Vinny from here on out because I
Yeah,
don't
he's
want.
just Vinny.
Yeah, I don't like pronouncing people's names wrong. So
No,
um,
it's not PC.
great drums, Jimmy Bain groovy bass line, and of course Ronnie's excellent with the vocals. I went very simple in the openers because they're openers.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed I looked up some of his set lists from over the years before he passed, obviously, but both of these songs at some point opened, and at some point both songs were near the end. So
Yeah,
I mean, these first two records, like you said, they're fucking classics, dude.
yeah, they're definitely the two big ones for sure.
We Rock. I have fast bass riff, excellent album or concert opener, kind of that repetitive anthem type, but it's Dio, so it fucks.
Mm-hmm.
Breaking the I told you you're gonna love these. Breaking the Law vibes. Ronnie James Dio is so good. He harmonizes with himself. His vibrato with ease is sickening. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, just fucking goddamn, he's so good. All right, so where do you stand as far as
It's a tough one,
dude?
because there's similar songs.
The whole album is both album are paced so similar that
faced
it's like,
up against each other. Yeah,
and like the next fucking track are both the fucking title tracks, and I'm like, I like them both.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know, man. It's tough because Stand Up and Shout came first, you know, but We Rock is also a really cool, like anthem-y type. We rock. And like you said, I'm also, that's in here too with me, is Dio harmonizes with himself everywhere.
Oh my God.
Back then, that meant going back over the tape and re-harmonizing over that.
Right.
And you need to get it right the first time because it costs to redo that tape over and over again.
And like that, I sent you that live video and you're like, holy shit, you know?
Yeah, dude.
He sounds just like the fucking record. And
just
this
like
is
the
before, you know, people were fucking lip syncing like they are now. Fucking pieces of shit. Paul Stanley, I'm talking to you, motherfucker. He got caught Milli Vanilli style last week, and I'm like really upset about it.
You got caught Milli Vanilli, motherfucker.
You know it's girl, you know it's girl, you know it's true. Anyways.
All right. I don't know, man. This one, it's tough, dude. I want to say stand up and shout, but I really want to say We Rock too, man. We rock.
I'm gonna go with We Rock.
Let's see. It's so good.
Because I'm with you. It's more.
I'm going We Rock, man. I just that fucking. I gotta go We Rock, dude, because it is, and plus it makes it a little easier if we can agree on it. Stand Up and Shout is nothing. Not putting baby in a corner.
And like I said, I like when we agree on it because then it makes it easier. For an album to move on, and like we said it before we even started. Both these albums are fucking good.
Yeah.
Like there's no shame in anybody losing here.
No. It's just, and our opinion is not the definitive answer either. So
we're gonna say one today, and then tomorrow would be the other one.
Yeah, I'd be like, I think I like Holy Diver better, or I think I last in line better. Anyways, next songs are Holy Diver versus Last in Line, title tracks up against each other, like you said. Holy Diver, I don't really have notes on because I didn't need to. I just said, what's there to say? Holy Diver is the Dio song that everyone knows. The Last in Line, it's cool. It's got that soft intro, and then it leads into the powerful chords of the guitar kind of chorus riff. And it seems like there's some keyboards involved in that
Mhm.
because it's got to be harmonizing with the guitar. Dun, 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 dun. That is just
I
huge.
never even noticed it before yesterday.
The keyboards
Yeah.
involved, yeah.
But I was
Until you
like-
listen closely.
I was like, what? Because I'm like, and I was trying to explain it to Amanda. I was like, it's so weird when you're like just listening to music, and then when you're like being like a critic and like analyzing every little thing.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
so different. And it's nothing like wrestling. Like when you're watching
No.
wrestling, like to do a podcast about something, it's the same kind of experience pretty much.
Yeah,
Other than
yeah.
you're being a little cunty about it. But
Yeah.
like music is like, I take this shit so seriously that I'm just like,
It's more fun.
yeah,
to
definitely.
analyze.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it leads into the powerful, like that is just Last in Line just has this huge feel to it.
Mhm.
Like there's a fucking orchestra behind them, but it's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Vivian Campbell rips the guitar on this solo and all of the others.
Dude.
So not a lot of notes on both of these. And I think Last in Line's like apocalyptic-ish.
Mhm.
It sounds like it,
Yeah.
the lyrics. So, classic Dio vocals as well, or lyrics as well.
Yeah, Holy Diver is like the internal struggle,
Yeah.
and then Last in Line is more of that. We're getting into the fucking
Revelations.
yeah,
Yeah.
the fucking medieval biblical type
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
The
Last in Line.
We're the last in line. Holy Diver, I have classic, probably Dio's signature song. Like you said, it is. Everyone knows it. It's always on the radio. One I won't ever skip. Bass
one I
almost
couldn't get over.
overpowers guitar. Just that.
It is.
Cool.
It is a
It's-
very
it's
thick bass
throbbing.
on that one. Yeah.
Ronnie shines, of course. Amazing harmonics and vibrato in his voice again. I'm very vibrato because Elvis. That's
He's a
what I hear.
vibrator guy.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a vibrator guy. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Love the drum fill before Race for the Moment.
Yeah.
Stairway to Heaven breakdown. A lot of fucking bluesy influence in these records. Like, I don't know if people pay attention to that kind of stuff.
It's noted in one. It's noted in a song or two here.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah. Because like, it's Stairway to Heaven is very. It could have been a Dio song for sure.
Yeah.
Another excellent solo from Vivian. And then
Do do
where the fuck am I at
do
here?
do.
Oh, Last in Line. Here we go. Another Zeppelin vibe to open. It's very the ambiance. I use that word
Mhm.
quite a bit. Funky tune, heavy yet groovy, excellent rhythm section. Dio, the way he says, "We're off to the witch."
Oh, it's
Fucking-
so
I
good.
love
man.
that fucking
Gives me
line,
goosebumps, dude.
It makes my nipples hard.
Yeah.
Cool breakdown solo. Like, it's so weird because like the rhythm section's playing behind the solo, but just the way it like balances out, like it's
Yep.
perfectly equalized. All right. Definitely the most well-known song off this album, and makes it difficult because it's the title track, but also going against the other being
Yeah.
Holy Diver.
Yep. So
And like we said, Holy Diver is the fucking. I mean,
is
everybody
the
knows that
Dio
song. Everybody
yeah,
covers
yeah.
that
Everybody
song.
covers it. Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody can do it. We all know it's easy chords. The
Kill
solo's not
Switch.
easy, but yeah, Kill Switch's version is awesome.
It's pretty fucking killer.
Yeah. When Mariah saw him live, they played the Holy Diver, said it was awesome.
She's like, yeah, I
Um,
know this one. She's like big into them though, right?
Yeah, she's a big Kill Switch fan. Yeah.
Strange. I don't see that. Like, if you looking at her, you would never know that.
You would never know, but
Yeah.
she has her mixture of, she likes her pop and she likes her not modern pop. She hates that, but like,
Oh, no, it's
talking
shit.
like Mariah Carey and shit.
Yeah. Mariah Carey, she likes Janet Jackson,
Which she
stuff
was
like
named
that.
after. Yeah. This one, so like, here's the thing. Holy Diver, yes, it's the Dio song. Yes, it's amazing. I've heard it too much. But like you said, I don't skip it. I like it.
If it's on serious, I'm not gonna change it.
I'm probably not going to change it. I'm going to skip past the intro, the wee, all of that. Like, I get tired of waiting for it,
Dun, 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 dun,
Bam, bam, bam. I could pick the Last in Line just to be different, and because after listening to it, like I said,
I am
just has
picking
that-
it.
It has that huge feel, dude.
Dude, Yesterday,
And so does Holy Diver, but in a different way.
I listened to The Last in Line like 40 times yesterday.
It's so good, man.
And I just wanted to skip to "We're Off to the Witch."
We're off
It's
to the witch.
God damn, dude. I'm like, let's go. Ronnie,
His
I'm in.
stance
Let's
on
go.
stage too.
Yeah.
We're off to the witch.
He's like got his hand on his hip.
Yeah, he's always got the hand on the hip, man. We're off to the
We're
witch.
off to the witch.
The Moloch.
Yeah.
I'm okay with picking Last in Line, dude. I
I'm
think
picking it.
I think it's fucking awesome.
Dude, I honestly think overall, I mean, Holy Diver fucking is a killer song. But I think even comparing the two, I think it's the better song. And I'm ashamed that I listened to Holy Diver more than Last in Line.
Last in Line. Yeah. I mean, Last in Line, as far as a song goes, like it's definitely a better constructed song.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with Holy Diver. It's just, it's, you know, simple chords, it fucking jams. That's why the hook, man. It's such a hit. But, you know.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I'm good with Last in Line. Okay. This one, I can already just tell you my answer right away, but Gypsy versus Breathless. Very similar songs, again, in as far as the structure of the album goes. Like,
he was on to something. He had a formula.
Yeah, he had some kind of formula going for how he did albums, because it literally, like, they all line up, man.
Yeah.
But Gypsy, yeah, it's a really cool song. Awesome fucking riff, dude. Down, digga, digga, down, down, digga, digga, down, down, digga, digga, down. God, that I tried to play it on guitar as soon as I heard the song again. I was like, fuck, I forgot how much I like this song. Awesome fucking riff. She's a gypsy, and at the end, gypsy queen. Very Dio song here, fantasy, mythical type stuff. Again, really like the riff, but it is that kind of thematic Dio stuff here. And then Breathless. 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 You know, it's that kind of repetitive chorus. But with Dio doing it, it's not.
Yeah, it's not as bad.
An issue. Another Dio power chord ripper, sweet riff, repetitive but not boring. Keeps the head nodding while listening. That one I listened to in the car. I don't think I listened to Breathless like multiple times. I think I already had my mind made up on Gypsy. Spoiler alert, but also just a cool fucking song, you know. So.
You good?
Yeah.
You're blowing it. Gypsy, you saw my notes. I sent it to you because you were telling me about Gypsy last night. And I was like, I gotta share it with him. If AC/DC, Cinderella, and the Scorpions had a baby, because Cinderella, you know, Gypsy Road, my Gypsy Road can't take me home, and that's all I could think of. And just his voice on that, it's very,
it's very similar
like that. Bluesy, pump and bass, heavy drums, ripping guitar, excellent riff and solo. Ronnie James Dio vocal range will blow your fucking hair back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's all, I mean, in a good way. He doesn't
he's
do
like
you mentioned Mariah Carey, like her vocal gymnastic shit is like,
we can go everywhere.
And then and you're like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And then what's the other one?
Breathless.
God damn. I have so many fucking notes. I like can't see the titles.
I underline them now because
I'm gonna start making them bold.
Yeah.
Getting heavier, nice bass line. Another one could have been a 70s tune.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone seems to have like a Neil Peart attitude on the drums at the time. But obviously, you know, Vinny's fucking awesome. He's a legend. I mean, people who know music know Vinny and Carmine a piece. Again, Vivian slays the solo. Obviously went to Def Leppard for money. He's an excellent metal guitar player. Ronnie sounds great, but maybe his most leveled vocal. I don't feel like he did as much like gymnastics,
like all over the place. Yeah, because this song wasn't one of those. Vinny did. He was with Dio and Sabbath too. Mob Rules, Live Evil, Dehumanizer. Well, Dehumanizer I think was post Dio.
Dio took him with him. He was like, "You're my drummer. Let's go."
Yeah, Rick
Derringer. An awesome band.
An awesome band. Cool. Yeah. I do need to get moving, but
Yeah.
Gypsy for me. Gypsy
Yep.
wins this for
Yep.
me. Okay. Caught in the Middle versus I Speed at Night. Caught in the Middle. This is kind of one where I start forgetting the structure of the song, but my notes will do what they need to do. Kind of feels major key in some places, kind of upbeat. You feel it. Bass has the thudding eighth notes while the guitar is doing its thing, including the solo, just the do 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 do. You can kind of just hear it in the background. One of those vocal highlights here. The chorus has the do 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 on the bass. Vocal highlight here for him. I guess when I listened to it, I thought he was all doing his thing. I Speed at Night, a song about speeding, and the music fits the lyrics. It seems
At
like it's
night?
a song about speeding. Yeah, it's like
It's like you're speeding, but it's at nighttime.
but it's at nighttime or something.
It's not.
A bit of a different song title that feels 80s, but then the lyrics contain demons, whispers in the wind, in my world, I hit the light, I speed at night. So it was kind of like, like an 80s song title, because you see it and you're like, oh, that's Motley Crue song right there. Like, I
Kickstart
speed
My
it
Heart.
at night. Yeah, exactly. But then Dio kind of comes in and he makes it like an analogy to like speeding, like outrunning your demons and, hitting the lights. I speed at night. It's a cool song though.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cool song. And while you're doing yours, I got to refresh my ear on Caught in the Middle.
Okay. Caught in the Middle, opening riff has got to be Where the Darkness Got, I Believe in a Thing Called Love. You'll hear it. Maybe.
I'm gonna go to it. Yeah, I was on last in line there. Let me go to it. Let's see. Caught in the Middle. Oh yeah.
It's like they just barely changed it. Definitely would have been a radio hit in the 70s. Should have been released as the third single because only Holy Diver and Rainbow in the Dark were released as singles for this record.
Yeah.
But I think Caught in the Middle could have been that third single because the next song, Don't Talk to Strangers, could have been as well, but I think this is more of a radio friendly song. Catchy fucking chorus. Guitar solo is like if Journey wasn't yacht rock.
Yeah.
So which I also noted, actually this could have been a Journey song, but it's better. And then Speed at Night. So fast, if you aren't waiting for it, it will shred your skin off your ass. Like it just kind of comes in out of nowhere.
Yeah, it is fast. Yeah.
a musical masterpiece on all ends that brings you in a blistering solo that makes you confused how this guy's now and has been in Def fucking Leppard. A song you would play flying through St. Louis County doing 115 miles per hour.
Yeah.
I almost said it when I was joking, and then I was like, gotta pull back the
speed in the day. Yeah.
This officer has a gin blossom nose.
Yeah, man, Caught in the Middle. I kind of like what you said there about Caught in the Middle. It does have that. I now kind of remember it. It does have that, like it could go on the radio because it has a good radio feel to it. Like it could have been a single for sure. And Don't Talk to Strangers, it's kind of a hit now, but then yes, it was just Holy Diver Rainbow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like,
yeah.
I mean, they could have. Don't Talk to Strangers would have been the third one, but Caught in the Middle, in my opinion, probably should have been.
If you wanted the radio play,
right?
Don't Talk to Strangers,
because at that time, Journey was fucking hot still.
Mm-hmm. And it fit that. Yep.
Yeah, it was just that the guitar solo, kind of the way it comes in, and then just kind of the way it's develops. It's very Don't Stop Believing guitar solo.
Yeah. I don't know where to go with it, man. I think Caught in the Middle is. I like them both. See, I really like I Speed at Night though, because of how fast it is.
Yeah, I think I like I Speed at Night.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I like the fast song, and like I said, it's a song about speeding at night, and the music fits it. It's got that like that fast feel to it.
Yeah.
So. I Speed at Night. All right. The next one, Don't Talk to Strangers versus One Night in the City. Again, the kind of a similar feel. Man, the One Night in the City, like Don't Talk to Strangers is I love this song. And
Yeah.
it kind of has that like hidden meaning behind it. Like it's not so much about like not talking to strangers, I think, but it's like don't get swindled, don't like get sucked into something and
Yeah, it's another like battle of the mind thing.
yeah.
It's like the underlying message in this whole record is just so like, what the fuck, man?
RJD.
Yeah.
Acoustic clean intro, as Dio sets this awesome vibe for the song. Goes to the riff most associated with the song, the power chords and the diminished kind of sound. Like it sounds like a bit of it's like power chord, your bar chord, power chord, and then it kind of like they break the chord a little bit to give it that like evil feel, That's just, a common tactic in music. The ambiance, yes.
Love that word.
Then it evolves the riff a bit and layers a solo over it. An amazing song that doesn't get boring because it just kind of keeps one of those evolving songs. Like, if you were going to slap prog on anything, you could, but prog snobs would be like, well, actually, it's all in 4/4 time.
Actually, Ronnie James Dio is not a progressive rock star.
Yeah, exactly.
He does have progressive insurance.
He does have progressive. I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
One Night in the City. You can hear a xylophone type keyboard noise in the background, and it went really cool with the song. One night at the end, one night, and the distorted vocals. That was pretty cool, like that demonic-esque voice. After the last / continuing chorus. Seems like it tells a story of a night in the city looking pretty. One night in the city. One night looking pretty. Like, is it about like? Is it
not
about
to be confused with Hot Child in the City, running wild, looking pretty.
Not to be confused with that, because
you would confuse
the two. But it's again, it's a similar vibe to the Don't Talk to Strangers as far as the music goes. Different lyrics, obviously, different vocal like setting. But
and I'm gonna hammer this thing fucking home because like Holy Diver, it's that internal struggle with the mind, and there are medieval-esque shit. But it's more in last in line when you get that. Let me blaze through mine because I know you got to go. Don't Talk to Strangers, not the Rick Springfield hit from a year earlier of the same name. Don't talk to strangers, baby, don't you dare. Eerie open, beautiful acoustic sound paired with Ronnie's whispering high registers, a match made in hell.
Yeah.
Song picks.
That's good. That's really good.
You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like that? This is probably my best.
You fucking like that, bitch?
This is probably my best noted song because it's kind of funny at the end. It's actually really funny. I laughed. Song picks up and rips your fucking throat out. Another song that shows the vocal gymnastics of Ronnie James Dio, but not like Whitney Houston. This motherfucker is like if Pavarotti fucked the devil herself. Bassline, when it slows down, it's thumping. And then we're off to the races again when it picks back up right after. And then Pavarotti fucked the devil herself. Love that line.
That was good. Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry I didn't pop as much as you would have liked, but I think it was good.
It also, I didn't read it like
you just kind of the delivery was a little off, I must say. But I loved it.
Yes.
And so did the Patreon. Sign up at Patreon.
Yeah.
Even though you're listening to this on Patreon.
This on Patreon. One Night in the City. At this point, we're just showing our dick veins. This one is
One Night looking pretty.
This is one of the tightest bands of all time. I have to say that.
Yes. I'm glad you did because I forgot to say it.
I love Dio, like as a singer. Like I've always loved Dio because that's kind of like what I always wanted vocally. That's what I would want to sound like.
Yeah. Who wouldn't?
Plus he's short, so obviously he's a hero of mine.
Yeah.
Italian.
Big little man, dude.
Yeah. But it's like, I don't know, dude. Just this I don't know what it was about this song for whatever reason that I noted that, because I'm like you, I have to like, I wish we could play it while we're talking about it.
Yes, because then it helps me find all these new things I can say.
But I'm afraid to do it because if we do put it out in the,
it's gonna get taken.
Yeah, it's like adios, motherfucker.
Yep.
They could have played "Smoke on the Water" on repeat, and it would have been the best thing we have heard. Kumbaya's Embrace to have been a known thing. I don't know what that's about. I was clearly buzzed at this point. Again, production is overwhelming. Dio simply said, just show up and I'm going to do my thing. Like,
yeah,
I don't know, dude. This band is fucking crazy.
It seems like Dio, like with little, not that he didn't put effort into it, but like it took him little to no effort to make his just fucking go off.
Well, and that's what I was telling you last night. Like, apparently, that interview I sent you last week about metal or whatever, and it was Sebastian Bach and Eddie Trunk and Wendy Dio and Geezer. Sebastian said he was sitting backstage with Ronnie and he was like, hey, I'll let you go. You gotta go warm up the pipes. And Ronnie's like, what are you talking about? I'll just go out there and do it.
Yeah.
He doesn't warm. How do you do that?
Because he's just that fucking good.
I don't know, dude. That's that is insanity.
Dio doesn't. I think in the metal and rock community,
he has the biggest dick of all time.
Yeah, I think
plain and simple.
He is the biggest cock on a little dude for sure.
Definitely.
Like, the Vainsky is abnormally great.
It puts mine to shame.
Yeah. Just Dio was the man.
If Dio was still alive, I would purchase a Dick Vainsky shirt and see that he got it.
Yeah, I think Dio has always been underappreciated in my world. In my little world, I think he has been underappreciated.
But I don't think it's just your world.
Yeah, I think. Because it was always seen as like, oh, he filled in
Ozzy's
Sabbath after, But he was in Rainbow. He was an Elf. He was in
Rainbow.
Dude, yeah, that's a whole nother discussion.
Dude, that band is so fucking good, and it didn't even matter who was the singer.
What is it, Richie Blackmore on guitar?
Richie Blackmore, yeah.
Yeah.
So
great guitar.
Dio was the singer in there. David Coverdale from Whitesnake.
Mm-hmm. It was kind of a super group before it was a super group.
And those are the, they had a couple of radio songs, whatever. Like I said last night, Since You've Been Gone is like, that is like one of the greatest pop songs ever. But it's a rock song. But anyways, Rainbow's another discussion for another time. We might do Rainbow at some point. I
gotta go. Don't Talk to Strangers, because there's nothing wrong with One Night in the City, but I just, after listening to it again, man, I love Don't Talk to Strangers. I think it's a fucking great song.
I'm with you because I really liked mine If Pavarotti Fucked the Devil Herself.
Okay.
So that's why it wins.
reflection
I'm really just like, we're not gonna forget that I said that. Okay.
Yeah. That's okay. All right. All right.
This one has a good note too.
Straight Through the Heart versus Evil Eyes. Straight Through the Heart's got the drum intro into the pinch harmonics that are not as intense, so it makes it that much cooler. I don't know what the fuck I meant by that.
Dude, sometimes when we read our notes, we're like,
yeah.
What? Why did I say that?
Like, it's not a Zakk Wylde pinch harmonic, but it's like, and that's another thing. And with it being an old recording, you can hear the uniqueness in each one, because, now there's bands out there that probably copy and paste just because they're like, that sounds cool, let's use that over and over again. But this, it was like each one was unique. And I'm saying not all bands are like that, but some do it.
Most.
Yeah. Kind of about facing shit head on, hence the title of the song. The solo follows the chord progression with each note, which I really liked. Like, as the rhythm section is playing what it's playing, the solo is literally playing in each note's key or scale, if you will, as he follows it. That was just a really cool added touch to it. I always like that, because I'm only really good with the pentatonic scale. So when I play shit,
it's very Ace Frehley of you.
It is. I pentatonic, man. I'm like E pentatonic. Okay, B pentatonic, A pentatonic. Like that's just how I do it when I'm following chords or whatever. I can't solo with the shit, but anyways. Yeah, straight through the heart. It's straight through the heart. Wow, no, 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 wow, no, no, no. Okay. And then
When you did that, it reminded me of The Stroke.
Banner. When your hand was hard. Evil eyes.
I don't know why that made me laugh. It sounds like
the word.
it's like you're sitting in a hotel room strumming an acoustic, trying to write a song, and you're like,
Don't get no better. Won't be no
all
high.
right, Michael, calm down.
Yeah. No, Michael. You don't. Okay, evil eyes.
Okay.
I drew a little pair of evil eyes next to it too. It's kind
Ooh.
of cool.
You got
The best I
handwritten
could.
notes?
Yeah, I always do.
God,
I still do it at work. They're always like, "Why don't
So
you do shit on your
classic.
computer?" And I'm like, "I write shit, man. I'm
I
just
like that.
I'm 90s, dude. I don't do computers and shit.
You write
I mean, I
notes.
do, but
Instead of when Mariah texts you, you just write her notes, like
Yeah,
based
I'm
on her
like, take
text
her
for
a
the
picture
day.
of the note.
And then you
Yeah.
give it to her at the end of the day.
yeah, I write shit, man.
Here's all of my responses.
It helps me remember. Opening jams sound very 80s. Dio singing with the music and backing vocals sound major key-ish. What?
What?
Major key-ish too. I'll be there when the fire makes you dance. Yeah. I'll be there when the fire makes you dance. Yeah. The look that opens the skies, evil eyes. I was just saying the lyrics to remind myself, like
Yeah.
it's those Dio.
So you wouldn't have
lyrics,
to hold your phone up to your ear when you were reading it.
Yes. Vivian is an awesome guitarist. That's just sitting there.
It's a given at this point.
Follows the power metal themes as far as lyrics go. Kind of 90s WCW themes sounding like Sting and Lex Luthor. I wrote Lex Luthor too for Rob.
Yeah, that's rough.
It does kind of have that, like it's almost Sting Lex Luger-ish, the riff at the earlier part. So yeah.
Straight Through the Heart I have. Seems like every band in the 80s had a song with a similar title. This one is heavy but bluesy, very White Snake, Zeppelin. Again, bluesy, rainbow type sound. But with dragons, fire, and swords. Love the breakdown. Vinny's punch you in the dick hole and get your attention drums. Love the dramatic pauses in it, like in between, like there'd be like a big drum fill or something, and there's a pause, and then Ronnie starts singing again. I love
those are
little,
I love breaks like that.
Yeah, small things like that, because it gives you time to kind of catch your breath. Vivian is a terribly underrated guitarist. He came into Def Leppard when they were just mainly fuck pop, because early Def Leppard, like the first couple of records, are super fucking good and heavy, fast. And then Ronnie James Dio sings from his nutsack. That's my note on that one.
Okay. Evil Eye.
Evil Eyes. I'm a little harsh with this one.
Okay.
Driving, breaking the law type. Saying I'm here, where are you? Nice harmonies, maybe too pop for the Dio band. Said Dio band. Ronnie James Dio is a person. Dio's a band, kind of like Bon Jovi. John Bon Jovi's the singer. Bon Jovi's the band. I have to do that every once in a while.
We understand.
I understand. But they're coming to get you. Solo is the best part of this one. Hard rock is a heavy term for this one, though. We are clearly looking for rock radio. Waste of a great title.
It does. It has that like upbeat, like major-ish feel to it.
Yeah. But saying that, I mean, Evil Eyes, that's like very, and
Evil Eyes is really cool. I like the Evil Eyes, but like, you know, the chorus part of it, that part is awesome about the song. But I think Straight Through the Heart is the clear winner here because
Yeah.
it's just got this fucking energy to it that is awesome.
Yeah.
Like it's just, again, it's another just huge feeling song. Very powerful chords and anthem-y type Dio stuff. So I'm with Straight Through the Heart. If you
Yep.
are.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I like I said, Evil Eyes. I mean, it could have been
Evil Eyes.
so much better.
Yeah, it could have been, especially the upbeat feel to it, and the title of the song doesn't match for me.
Yeah.
But that's okay because Dio can do whatever the fuck he
Yeah, he
wanted.
can
'cause
do
he's
whatever
got
the
a
fuck he
hog.
wants. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a huge fucking hog.
Not just because he has a big penis, because he's a legend, but
Yeah.
you know, it is whatever. Okay, Invisible versus Mystery. This is kind of where I started to like these two. I definitely don't remember as much. Towards the end of the albums, I start kind of like, especially when you listen to it in full, you're like, okay, I remember that song. Those
Yeah.
were cool. But anyways,
The good thing about like a lot of these we've done so far, well, all of them we've done so far, there's like standout songs where you're like, okay, that's a hit for a reason. But then there's also songs where you're like, fuck, that could have been a hit. Or this is kind of
Invisible begins slow with some picked chords and some ballad-esque wailing on the guitar in the background. Double tracked vocal harmony as it rises before the heavy hits. So rock and roll, but metal at the same time. Chuggy guitar with that cool pentatonic lick after.
Balls are sticking in my chair. Jesus
Vivian
Christ.
rips the solo as
It's
usual.
so fucking hot in here.
Sticky balls.
Sorry.
Yeah, and then Mystery. Sweet keyboard and guitar intro, major key Mystery. Definitely, this has that major key feel to it. I think this is the Dio love song, question mark. Keyboards come back audibly after the solo, following the chords. They are in the song throughout, though. So they're just kind of audible in certain places. Some places they're just kind of like, people sometimes don't know, like, you know, a song it'll be full of keyboards, but it blends with the music so well you think that might just
like
be
we said earlier.
bass. Yeah.
Never noticed it
so well
in Last in Line before last night or yesterday. I actually noticed it first listen, but I also listened to the live version before I went to the studio, so I really picked it up. You notice you said on what was the Last in Line song on this one? Mystery, right?
Mystery, yeah.
Okay, so that you said Dio's love song question mark, and notice you said something about like ballad on Invisible.
Yeah.
Again, same.
They kind of match up.
Yep. So Invisible, I have another one that will get the ladies' attention on the intro.
That
another Scorps reference here because I kind of mentioned they had like a Scorpions vibe on Gypsy, I believe it was. Yes. Winds of Change. That's what the vibe I get from this. Then boom, we're headbanging and punching dragons in the fart box. How did I never listen to this record while playing Zelda?
Dude, that's
Dude, as soon as I typed it, I was like, "Fuck, I want to play Zelda." Listen to this.
It's Zelda music.
Pounding drums, squealing soda, Shades of Priest, but with only one guitar player because Vivian doesn't need a fucking another person. Really dig this one. And then for Mystery, third single only made waves in the UK. Intro is like a dumbed down version of Rainbow. Reaching for radio play, a good song, but not a Dio song. I could see Paul Stanley singing this on Animalize or Asylum. Possibly the weakest song.
Yeah.
So in that case,
I mean, I'm good with Invisible because I just love that.
It's a ballad, but it's got balls.
Yeah, it's just ballady in that guitar at the start, you know. But yes, it is a ballad, but it's got big balls.
Big balls.
So I'm good with Invisible. Yeah.
Okay. Moving on.
Cool. Yep. Rainbow in the Dark versus Eat Your Heart Out. Spoiler alert. you know who wins this one, but we're gonna go ahead. Rainbow in the Dark. Guitar and violin keys is such an iconic piece of music. Very mythical fantasy lyrics with an excellent piece of music behind it. Again, excellent piece of music. This song is a classic for a reason. Drum and bass thuds after the second chorus. That's fucking awesome. And that brings in the solo. In my little world, Vivian is an underrated guitarist.
We've just become the biggest Vivian Campbell fanboys.
Dude, like he's awesome. And I think he's only with Dio through Sacred Heart and then like some live shit in the 86 and stuff.
And then he was part of the Last in Line band after Dio passed away.
Yes.
Which they all, I mean, the whole band is. And Jimmy Bain actually passed away on the Monsters of Rock cruise or whatever. He had cancer, had no idea, got pneumonia, and
it just did it.
Just dropped dead. I think they were supposed to play a show on the ship, and they never even got to play their last show because he
fucked up.
Died on the ship. Yeah, it's real fucked up. And I thought I remembered hearing that, and then when I looked it up, I was like, "Holy shit! Yeah, that's so fucked up." I think I remember reading it on like Blabbermouth or whatever.
That's really. That sucks
to not know that you had cancer and that you were dying from it, and then you get pneumonia on a fucking ship.
Okay,
really brought the mood down.
Yeah, I don't like
Sorry about
that. Eat Your Heart Out. The riff reminds me of an old Fed song almost. The verse must be about a succubus or something. You're a bad girl, hungry all your life. Another evolving song as the guitar and drums go, and the verse changes as the song goes. Kind of like they had their verse at the start, and they used it I think twice, and then at the third and fourth verse or whatever were different. Bass soloed sounds sweet at the end when you're just kind of hearing when it calms and you just hear the bass. It's got that little bit of crunch on it, but it's very subtle as it's soloed. But the rest of the record, you just hear fucking bass, like it's heavy. I think it's heavier on Holy Diver than it is Last in Line, but it is heavy in both. So, and Eat Your Heart Out's it is a cool track. But go ahead.
Rainbow in the Dark, another classic, my favorite Dio song ever. It's poppy with the synth and the violin, like you said, but the vocals make you change your mind quickly. Excellent riff. And I do this a lot, I've noticed. I compare it to songs that like came out a year or two before, and I did it here again. Drums come in like Quiet Riot's Bang Your Head. It's just like so heavy. No sign of the morning coming. You've been left on your own. Like a rainbow in the dark. And I guess I just wanted to say it here. Another shredding solo, that pounding drum after the solo, and like a rainbow. Fucking love that. It's so fucking heavy, dude.
Yeah,
it's simple but heavy. Like it doesn't have to be like so. It doesn't have to be Yngwie Malmsteen where it's like all over the fucking place. You know,
it doesn't. It does not.
Yes, play music.
What's the other dude? He's got like a 3-word name, L something, Bacchio or something. I don't know. There's another fucking what do you call that? Neoclassical guy. It's just like Yngwie.
It's too much.
Yeah, you don't need that.
This is an immediate mood changer. If you're bummed
Michelangelo
out,
Battillo.
Okay.
Sorry,
yeah,
that's the guy.
Immediate mood changer. If you're bummed out, crank this bitch. It will make you change your shitty attitude, which I said that yesterday. I was like, can we push this back tomorrow? I'm in a bad mood. And then when I heard the song, I was good.
Feeling better. Yep.
Final No Sign of the Morning before the fade out. They're just it kind of like whispers it because it's fading out, but then there's a little bit more after. Just the way his register is on that, just fucking so good. Eat Your Heart Out sounds like an outtake from Holy Diver. Honestly, not bad. Just not a ripping song. However, there's a little sexual innuendo that I'm a huge fan of, as everybody knows.
Yeah.
Musically, another step down, but a fun song with a killer one-off solo. I'm a fan of the vocal breakdown.
Yeah. Yeah, really, really cool shit, man.
Yeah.
I think it is a good song for the place on the album for where it's at.
Yeah.
It's better than Mystery.
Yeah, and it's like it's tough because you're like, man, had it been somewhere else, maybe. And I say it sounds like a Holy Diver outtake because chances are they're probably written around the same time, both albums.
Yeah.
But it's cool, but it's not. It's not.
It's not Rainbow in the Dark. Yeah, you can't. I mean,
yeah,
it's
I'm
an
trying
unfair.
to justify it, and I can't.
Like if this was up against Invisible, maybe more of a fight. If it was up against Caught in the Middle for me, maybe more of a fight. But yeah, like there's only a couple more tracks that could have went up. Even if it was Shame on the Night,
Yeah,
maybe. But Rainbow in the Dark.
It's unfair, and we try to justify it because like last week or 2 weeks ago with Kiss, like I'm sitting there and I'm like, I feel guilty for like disrespecting a song. Like even if it's a shit song, like somebody still had to write it,
Yeah, exactly.
So it's still a piece of art. I just don't dig it as much,
Yeah,
that's all.
It's okay. Rainbow in the Dark, it's gonna win by a landslide.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's my favorite Dio song.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, it's poppy as fuck and everybody knows it, but it's still fucking good. All right.
To close it out, Shame on the Night versus Egypt. The chains are on. The chains are on. They're on the street.
The heat is on.
Shame on the Night has the wolf howling with a mysterious bluesy guitar line. The bass rides us through the verse with some guitar effects happening behind it. The guitar harmonies happen in perfect places. The formula for the song slows, kind of that mid-song slow tempo, slow down a little bit, with some funeral keys going on. And then the organ, it brings us back up for a chorus. And then a nice bridge with Dio shouting Shame on the Night. Not shouting, but, singing it louder. Shame. Keyboards are very prevalent. I don't know why I wrote shame. Keyboards are very prevalent in this one. The next album is where the keys is an actual member of the band.
Yeah.
But Shame on the Night's a cool song.
Mm-hmm.
Egypt, the chains are on. Egyptian winds blow as the keyboards begin. The guitar matches the theme as well with that kind of Egyptian Middle Eastern chord scale types. Kind of a proggy song without the odd time signatures. Love the syncopated drums and guitar lick. One small part, but huge, like very small part, but it's huge. The chains are on, more so the title. Lost Horizon, Land of Milk and Honey, Queen Lives Dark and Lonely, New and Magic. Songs lead out is so cool, very vibey. So yeah, these are two. And again, the album closers are very much similar. They're longer. There's more shit going on in them. A lot of sound music happening. Yeah, a lot of noises. Yeah. That's me. That's good.
Okay. I had to find Shame on the Night again. Again, from now on, I need to remember bold for the song titles because I'm like,
had to find it.
Shame on the Night intro has a Welcome to My Nightmare vibe.
Oh yeah.
You get it. Yeah. Then gets a little more like Sabbathy. Bass thumps. Again, vocals are out of this world. The range really moves the needle. Vivian with a little chicken picking, like Eddie Van Halen style,
Yep.
And excellent track to end it. I've got to that line where he's like kind of, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
It was very different. Drums are killer and excellent production overall. Great ambiance. Is that word again? Egypt. Not a fan of the additional sounds on this one, but intro's crunchy as fuck. And Dio's coming for you. Excellent drum fills, bass is pumping, opening. I don't know. I was clearly buzzed at this point. Musically, maybe the most metal on the whole album, like with the scenery it gives you. Most metal on a whole album of a weird rock, but I want to see if I can hit a single or two album. I was getting very fucking
you were
aggressive
definitely
here.
Feeling good, man.
Yeah. Another good closer. Ronnie James Dio is clearly a pro who knows what he's doing. again, great fucking solo, drums, but overall just meh. Definitely picked it up towards the end, but is it enough? Are the chains on me or you or the queen?
Well, she's dark and lonely.
Very
So.
who done it?
Yeah. She lives very dark and lonely.
Yeah.
So.
Man, I got really aggressive at the
You got a
end.
buzzkey.
Yeah. Are the chains on me, you, or the queen?
Or the queen. What is it? What's going on?
Very
here?
who done it.
Yeah.
I think I was trying to sound smart through my alcoholic haze.
I think personally, I think Shame on the Night might be more of my favorite, but these
Yeah,
are two
I
I'd have
don't-
to sit and examine more.
I
But
don't think I liked Egypt as much as
I didn't
I
like it as
thought
much
I-
as Shame on the Night, but I like it. I like
Yeah.
the song.
I think I need to listen. I do it, man. Every time we do these, I go back and listen to fucking records again.
Because the last couple songs, like I need to pay more attention to the last couple songs when we do it. So I
Yeah.
can really be like, okay, which
Well,
one's the
'cause-
better closer?
And it's only 9 songs, 40-minute long, their albums. They're
but
both
when
like
you're
41
like me
minutes and
doing
change.
it last minute. It's
Well,
like,
and I did too, but it's
Yeah.
still like you listen to a whole album by the last couple songs, you're like, all right, I'm ready for something else. Like,
yeah.
I mean, luckily,
Totally.
Holy Diver with Rainbow, I was like, fuck yeah, okay, I'm back in. So
Yeah,
then
yeah.
the last song was easily digestible, but with
Mhm.
Last in Line, it was more like, all right, let's wrap this shit up.
Yeah, it's
I'm
that
ready to
I
eat
think.
and go to bed.
Yeah, I think the way the hits are placed on, and you don't know when you're releasing it. You kind of do what's going to be a hit, but Holy Diver, like the way Rainbow in the Dark's at the end of the album, so you're like looking for a pick me up, and then you fucking get it.
Yeah,
and it's up against Eat Your Heart Out, which like Rainbow in the Dark makes Eat Your Heart Out easily forgettable. Not that it's a bad song, but it's fucking Rainbow in the Dark.
I don't remember if I saw it on Wikipedia or Apple Music, but there's a very best of Dio that came out in '84.
I have a
So is it just
the very Beast of Dio. I have
that what
that
it is?
CD.
See what year that came out? Because I found it odd that he's got a best of coming out after 2 records.
It's called The Very
I
Beast
think
of Dio. Let
that's
me
the
see.
record that was on it.
This came out in 2000.
Okay,
So
maybe they just got it wrong because I think on Apple Music is because that's where I listened to the records.
well, on the back of this, it says 83, 84, 85, 86, 87,
Which
1990, 1994.
could be what happened.
Yeah, because sometimes the date will be
Shit
wrong.
starts popping because I had to turn it off airplane mode. Siri, don't fuck with me today.
I think I also by tallying this.
Yeah, it says The Very Beast of Dio, 1984.
Yeah,
but but it says it on The Last in Line, and that's when that song came out, that record. So maybe that's what it is.
That's probably what it is. Yeah.
Because I bet on the other ones. No, because Rainbow in the Dark, it says The Very Beast of Dio 2000. Makes zero fucking sense.
I have no idea, man.
Fuck you, Apple Music. Get your shit together.
Yeah, get your
If
shit
you need
together.
if you need me to come do this kind of stuff for you,
I will.
give me a call, buddy.
Looks like we have a clear winner.
Yeah.
We have I think it's 6-3.
Something like
1,
that.
2,
Yeah.
3, 4. Wait. 5, 6, 7. 7-3?
7-2.
7-2. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
So what? We Rock and Last in Line are the only two.
We Rock and We Rock, Last in Line, and I Speed at Night.
Okay, so 6-3.
Yeah. 6-3, yes. So Holy Diver does win. Last in Line is a great album.
Yeah.
But
I
Holy
honestly
Diver is
didn't know
great.
coming into it. Like I didn't realize how shitty I got with my fucking notes.
Well, it's just one of those that like if you're listening to if you compare Last in Line and Sacred Heart,
Mhm.
probably will win.
Yeah.
But I think Sacred Heart was the next one. But yeah. So I'm gonna double check that now if that's what you're
I'm
doing.
looking to.
Let's see, Last in Line and then Sacred Heart.
Heart,
Sacred
yep.
Heart was the next. Sacred Heart had Rock and Roll Children, Hungry for Heaven, Hungry for Heaven's Sacred Heart.